Hello Headfires, this is Bara from Headfi, bringing you another unboxing and impressions video. This is for the Burson Conductor 3 reference series. This is a new DAC amp brought to you by Burson, which has been blowing my mind here for the last month. You can see from the box, it is a very stout box that protects the amp box nicely. It's a perfect fit, and there is no damage and no dents in the box being delivered from Australia to the US. It is common with their packaging for all their other products. It leaves you without any concern with your products being delivered safely. The Burson 3 Conductor 3, which I'm showing you right here, is an outstanding product. Using it for the last month to drive my in-ears, as you can see here, which is way overkill, and my headphones, two of which you can see there. Those are the ones that I felt worked best with the Conductor, and had moved the others back to the closet to clean up here a little bit. You can see that the Conductor comes with an extremely nice finish, a nice touch to the knob, nice display, and it's quite a bit bigger than their other products. Even their lower end Conductor 3 Play are performance models. It comes with this nice metal and very heavy candy bar remote control. But other than that, what you see is what you get, and performance is over the top. As you can see on my screen here, the reference series comes in two flavors, one with XLR and the other, which I've got without. You can see there you're getting a little bit of a price bump for the XLR, and the same thing with the lower series called the Performance series. It has both the XLR and the regular single-ended version, and you can see the price difference between. This reference series I've been playing through my computer, and I'm favoring the Amazon Music app right now. Their HD music is stellar, and whatever they're doing on the back end, it's sounding better than all my other streaming or direct options. So I've focused in on that particular source, and as I mentioned, there are two different versions of this product. I should mention that if anybody wants to hear the Conductor 3 in the US, we will be doing a Conductor 3 performance tour. That is the regular performance model, not the one that I'm reviewing today, but I am sure that it has knocked my socks off as well, with a little bit less amperage. I believe it's 4.5 watts versus the 7.5 watts that the reference has. So getting into the Conductor itself and my impressions, reason that I like to overdo it with amperage is I find that I get a whole lot more control out of my drivers. When I have a lower wattage, lower amperage, I find that things get a little bit loose and texture tends to go away. As the amperage goes up, and I should say power done correctly, as the Burson does successfully, you get a whole lot more detail that goes along with that texture. My preference has always been for tube amps, because I like a little bit more meat on the bones, where digital has a tendency to sound a bit thin. But I can tell you the Burson, with that power and the way that they've created its signature, has a lot of meat on the bones, but it, in addition, has that transparency that gives you that sound stage that is off the charts. So transparency and texture and resolution that provides a stellar sound. Now, I should warn anybody that's getting their Burson and opening for the first time, it takes a while to get used to a high-level amp like this, because it does everything right and it's not colored. It's not the funnest first listen. It takes a while, and it takes a lot of listening through a lot of your library to start to realize that there's some textures there. There is some words you haven't noticed before. There's some details in the crowd that you haven't seen. So it takes a bit to reach those that determination that, wow, I can't do without this. But now, after using it for a month, I'm a little teary about sending it on to the next reviewer. I'm going to miss it greatly. I do have my Burson Playmate, but as you can see, it is much smaller and much more compact. And it almost seems like a toy compared to this new upgraded model. Overall, I have to say that it is a definite step up from the Playmate, where the Playmate gets you a good percentage of the way there, 80-90% of the way there. That extra 10% really pays off and is worth the extra money to make that step up. So if you have it, highly recommended this Conductor. I'll find out after the tour how the Performance series compares, but overall I'm very impressed. Couple of mentions here. While it has a volume dial that will take you all the way up to 100, I should say 99, I don't have anything that wants to go over 30. So I got more than enough volume there. With my in-ears, I've got a couple that are harder to drive that offer a nice performance at 5 to 15, but nothing goes over 15 in my in-ears. And most of my in-ears will run really nicely at 1 and can be considered a little bit loud for many people. I have a vast collection of in-ears that range from the A18 to the Enterprise ear or Empire Ears LX and everything else in between, Edition NT6 Pro. And I can tell you, across the board, nothing sounds as good as it does on the Burson. That has taken them to a new level, and many of them that have that performance stature, like the LX or the A18, or my new favorites here, the Elysium. It takes it to exotic levels and sound better than my HD 800s or my Hex or any other headphone that I've listened to, less the Orpheus I listened to a week ago, which has a slight edge on it, but for $60,000 it should have some sort of edge to these in-ears. But I have to say that if you want to hear everything that your in-ears can do, this Burson is the way to go. With that being said, this will be followed by a full review that will be posted on HeadFi, and I hope you enjoyed these impressions and unboxing. This is Barra signing off.